Novak Djokovic has withdrawn from the Miami Open. Yes, you did hear that right. Novak Djokovic will not be playing in this year's Miami Open. Obviously, a lot of fans are very excited about seeing him in Miami because he did enter for this tournament, but he did make that news while Indian Wells was still going on that he'd be pulling out of it and withdrawing. We saw the news reports slowly coming out while the Indian Wells quarterfinals were going on. So for Novak, he admitted after he exited early in Indian Wells that he was hot-headed after the loss. He needed to take some time to, think about things and figure out if he wanted to play in Miami, ultimately making the decision not to play in Miami. And for Novak, I guess it kind of makes sense that he was hot-headed after that loss, take some time off, but at the same time, he hasn't been very active here in 2024, and I know as he gets older, that activity kind of lowers and whatnot, but still, maybe activity could possibly be a good thing for him since he hasn't been playing super well. Obviously, Novak is the one that has to make those types of decisions, but at the end of the day here for Novak, he really has to get himself together and has to get himself going here. He's way too talented of a player. And listen, I understand that things haven't been that great here in the early parts of 2024, but at the end of the day, he still made the semifinals in the Australian Open. So even though he didn't look good in that tournament, he still made the semifinals. Most players would be thrilled, would be happy with that. So Novak is still, I think there's still a lot of juice left in the tank here. I think he'd still make a deep run. The big thing we got to remember here, guys, still a lot of tennis left out there. I know it has been pretty here in the early parts, but we're still in the first quarter of the year. Don't forget, the French Open, a tournament that he just won last year, doesn't come up until the end of May, early June. And then Wimbledon doesn't get started till late June, early July. So there's still a lot of opportunity out there, not to mention the U.S. Open, another one that he just won last year, isn't until September. So let's relax. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. I don't think we got to throw the towel in or hit the panic button here just quite yet, but I get the reason why there are some signs of caution there. Here's the big thing. Novak's not playing well. The media's all over him. I see fans all over him for not playing well. How does he answer the bell? He's the ultimate competitor. He loves to go out and prove people wrong. Big opportunity here in the rest of the year to do so, because right now everybody's on Novak's back. How does he respond? But we'll see how all that's going to play itself out. Just a big thing here, he's out of Miami and that there's still a lot of tennis left to be played this year. We'll see how all of this plays out for Novak Djokovic here in the rest of 2024.